Hello, hello. How are you? Let me see if I'm live already. Jason Gunn on Facebook. How's your weekend so far? We have just entered the final month of 2024. Are you ready to make a wrap on this? Okay, I think I'm live. I can see I'm live. Okay, now, welcome back to Ask Jason Anything About Facebook Ads or Meta Advertising or Instagram Advertising. And this is the first time you see me. Hi, I'm Jason. I'm from Malaysia. I'm a Meta Ads optimization strategist. What I do is I work with brands to either strategize your campaign to make sure that you have the best foundation to get the most out of your advertising spend. Or if you're already running ads, I work with a lot of brands, even agencies, to optimize their campaign where we meet on a weekly basis. We look at the numbers, we analyze the data, and then we make adjustment as we need to. See, when it comes to running ads, what I realize most advertisers are facing, one of the biggest problem is they do not know whether their campaign is performing or not, or they have a non-performing campaign but they do not know how to fix it, or they have fluctuating campaign whereby sometimes they get good results, sometimes they don't, but they do not know how to stabilize it. All these can be, I wouldn't say 100% solved, because there are a lot of external factors such as the market condition. Like now we're just, it's actually at the, we're still in the Black Friday sale right now, where the CPM is going to hike, the buying behavior is going to shift, and also it's going to be impacted your campaign performance. But at least you know what to expect and you know what needs to be done. Like, for example, some of my e-commerce clients actually kind of like they expected the cost to come up high, but they know that this is the time that they need to fight. At least you know. But then again, for some of my lead gen campaign clients, what we do is we scale back, because now it's not the best time because people will be distracted by all the buying ads and stuff. So these are all the things that I discuss when I'm actually working with my advertisers, my clients, in terms of optimization. So yeah, if you need help, I say a lot of my clients came to me not because I'm better than them, to be frank. I work with some clients that has got like tens or even hundreds of clients with their agency anyway. They have a big team running that, they know the in and out. But what they need, in fact, is actually an experienced person who really know meta advertising to bounce ideas with. That's kind of the thing that a lot of people need, because they do not know what to do. So I mean, I'm not saying that they do not know what to do, but they need somebody to actually bounce idea. That's why they work with me. That's where I come into place. I mean, like, this is where I can work with you as well. If that's what you're looking for, you can actually go to my profile on YouTube or on Facebook to click on the link to schedule a discussion to see whether we are a good fit to work together. Anyway, so this is what we do here. Every Sunday night, I go live for half an hour at 10 p.m. Malaysia time. We're slightly delayed today because I was distracted by something else. So what I do here is I answer questions about Facebook advertising, Meta advertising, Instagram advertising. So if you have any questions regarding Facebook advertising, first thing I would like you to do is please go to my YouTube channel. I've posted over 1,000 videos about Facebook advertising, digital marketing. Please try to search for an answer, because I've been doing this for 180 over weeks now. So probably I've answered some questions related to whatever that you're facing right now. So if you can get an answer, great. Like, move on to do whatever you need to do next. Otherwise, if you cannot find an answer, all you need to do is just post your question as a comment on any of my YouTube videos. And what I'm going to do is on the following Sunday, I will screenshot it and I'll bring it over here for discussion, which you're going to see later. I'm answering, I think, not a lot of questions. I think about like 6. So that's how we actually have our weekly discussion. So yeah, I mean, just in case you say that, Jason, I cannot wait, or I have something that I want to discuss with you on a one-on-one basis, is that possible? Because you either have something private, confidential, that you don't want to share with the world, or you have something that you want to have like personal attention. Yes, you can scan this QR code where you can actually purchase a gig on Fiverr, where we can actually have a 30-minute discussion to whether you want to do screen share, we can dive into your campaign, whatever we need to do, we can do it over there. All right. So yeah, and in case you are new to Facebook advertising or Meta advertising, you want to have a proper guided learning or program, or a course, rather, a training, a masterclass to learn Facebook advertising, I have this Facebook ads masterclass where I talk about how do I strategize campaign, how do I do audience targeting, how do I do creative, and what are the do's and don'ts when it comes to creative, and objective selection, analytics. Those are the 5 things that I talk about. If you want to learn, this has learned by thousands of people all around the world. So it's really a framework that you can actually learn and get started right away with step-by-step walkthrough anyway. So if that's what you want, scan this QR code and you can start learning right away. Now, just in case you say, I have done enough training or courses and all that, can I have like you to come in to strategize the campaign for me, where I actually learn by the side, and so that I can actually have the campaign up and running? Yes, I do have a program where I will work with you on a one-on-one basis, where I would design the strategy for you, from the creative, the budget allocation, even like even if you have a landing page, I would even look at your landing page to give you recommendation about things to change before we actually launch the campaign. So yeah, so that's where we strategize. And once you have all the creative and everything ready, on the second call, I'll be setting up the campaign with you, for you, over a Zoom call, of course, and everything will be recorded. So we would discuss about audience targeting and blah, 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 step-by-step walkthrough recorded. You can actually use that as your future training program for your team members. And then you have a campaign up and running right away. So that's what we do, right? So if that's what you want, scan this QR code and I look forward to work with you. Now, I'm just going to quickly go through some of the questions because, anyway, so the first one is coming from, like I suck at aiming 388. So it's a very interesting name. Anyway, so the question is, you can't do detailed targeting if you choose WhatsApp as a conversion location. Now, there are a few possibilities here, because even if you choose WhatsApp as a conversion location, it really depends on what kind of objective that you're selecting. Okay, some objective may not have the detailed targeting, or some optimization may not have the detailed targeting. Like, for example, if you do sponsored message, or you do, like, I think WhatsApp has got some limitation when it comes to detailed targeting, so which is normal. Okay, so yeah, you can actually try to look into that. But even if you do not have the detailed targeting, I wouldn't say that's a really big problem, because now Meta has got really powerful AI when it comes to, like the Advantage Plus audience targeting, that can really learn about your ads and really show your ads to the people who are likely to take action. But really, I think what's important is you choose the right objective to start with. Say, for example, if you want people to chat with you, you do not choose, like an awareness objective, which you can also optimize for messenger location and blah, blah, blah. So you got to be careful about that. So as long as you have the campaign up and running, I think you observe from there, everything should be all right. So yeah, or you probably are not seeing the detailed target is because it's hidden. Because now if you set up campaign, if you choose the tailored or whatever, they kind of take away or hide some of the audience targeting selections in the ads manager. So especially now Meta likes to do all this Advantage Plus thingy and all. So yeah, try to navigate a little bit, tweak a little bit, click on here and there a little bit, and see whether you can find the numbers or the feature that you're looking for. Otherwise, I'd say if you know that the objective that you selected is the right one and the optimization is the correct one, at least you can put in your country, your age and all that, and launch the ad and look at it and see how it goes. Here, sometimes, I wouldn't say sometimes, in fact, it may still work. That's what I want to say, right? So yeah, then launch the campaign. Then we can actually look into the numbers. If you want me, I will once to launch a campaign, run it for 7 days. Then we can actually dive into your campaign numbers and metrics to figure out what to do next, like optimization and stuff. If that's what you're looking for, you can scan this QR code. It will take you to my Fiverr gig, where we can actually have a 30-minute Facebook ads audit and review, where I would actually go through your numbers, share with you how to analyze the numbers so that you can do it in the future. And then I will give you a plan on what are the steps that you can take to hopefully take your campaign to the next level. So if that's what you want, scan this QR code and I look forward to work with you, right? Now, the second question is coming from Ayomi. So you're saying, like your question is, what do you do in a particular ad if you want to post on your Facebook page and it's not showing in your list of ad posts? A few possibilities. One of the easiest, simplest possibility is the ad format is not supported on Facebook, which is possible, right? Not all ads can be posted to Facebook. So yeah, so that's one of the limitations over here. So if you cannot see that one, then no choice. Then you won't be able to post it. As simple as that. And there could be a bug as well, where Meta kind of like, it's because this feature, remember, it was taken away for a while, and now they put it back. So they may have some glitches here and there, which is completely normal. But that's what I can say. So frankly, if you cannot see it there, that means you cannot post it to your Facebook page. So you probably have to figure out the other way around, or you can post it on your Facebook page as a regular post or something like that. So yeah, all right. Thanks. Next is coming from Mojo. So yeah, you're saying that if you already set the destination to WhatsApp only, and you're still not getting the action number as seen on dashboard, which is normal. You see, when you're running ads on driving and like conversation on WhatsApp, it's totally normal to have some discretion in terms of the reporting, as in like not the number would never be tally. Frankly speaking, even when it comes to other campaigns like lead gen, usually it's more or less, if you are using lead form, is always accurate. But if you do like conversion, sales, and all that, we usually take can tolerate 10 to 20% differences when it comes to the number reported on the dashboard and the number that we are actually getting in terms of the sales and everything. So it's completely normal, especially if you're driving to WhatsApp. There are many external factors that may affect the number of really like actual WhatsApp conversations. So you can actually look into other metrics as well, such as instead of just looking at the messaging conversation started on WhatsApp, you can also look at the clicks. Usually I try to look into the entire customer journey. So click, conversation started, or conversation initiated. I mean, those are the key metrics that you can actually try to pull out and kind of do your own comparison. But having said that, the number of WhatsApp conversation that you get in real life is the real number that you should always look for. So even though here on the dashboard it says 10, but you only get 1, then something is not right. The reporting is not wrong. You can either choose to relook into the structure, see whether you can actually try different objective, different optimization, and probably just relaunch the campaign. Because if the discrepancy is too high, then something is definitely not right with the campaign. So I may not be able to give you a good answer over here, but those are the possibilities there. But having said that, try different things. Those are probably a few things that you can try and see whether you get a number right. But always refer to the final number that you get in real life. That's how you judge whether your campaign is working well or performing or not. So otherwise, if it's not, then you probably have to figure out the other way around. So you see, like even when it comes to WhatsApp conversation, a lot of people would think that it's the best way. No, in fact, when it comes to lead gen, there are many other ways, right? So certain country works well with WhatsApp, certain countries works well with lead form, certain countries works well with landing pages and all. So it's really important for us to test and figure out what is the best way to get leads from your audience in the most effective way. So that's another angle to look into already. You have to dive into the metrics and really figure out, let's say, for example, the other day I just looked at a campaign. They have 100 clicks, but only 1 sign up as a lead. That means after running this for 2 weeks, that means probably the audience there are not really into lead form. That's why we are starting another method, which is like a landing page. And those are the things that we would do, in fact, when it comes to optimization. But if you kind of like not sure whether this is the right one and you want to kind of have a more properly plan to go forward by analyzing an existing campaign to see to find metrics or clues on how we should progress next, you can scan this QR code, which it will take you to my Fiverr gig, where you can book a 30-minute one-on-one Facebook ads audit by me, where we will dive into your metrics. I will analyze the campaign for you and show you how, and I will build you a plan on what you can do next. So yeah, that's what you need to do. Scan this QR code, and I look forward to work with you. Now, the next one is coming from Move in Colors. So you're saying that when I say can borrow an account, do you mean use somebody else's existing account? Or is it okay to use the detail to create a new email and phone number? No, do not create a new account. What I mean here is borrow the account and as an existing Facebook profile from the person. And your question is, you don't want to risk having them losing their account restricted. You still have the risk. I cannot guarantee, nobody can. But having said that, that's the easiest way for you to get started and get the ads up and running, because appealing your restricted account may take time, or you probably don't have the option to do it anymore. So what we do is we borrow someone else's profile, create a business portfolio, create a new page, create an ad account, and start running ads. You may get restricted at one point or another, but go through that as long as do not do anything that is not allowed by Meta. That's the bottom line. Meta don't want you to do certain things, don't do, because that's the best way to get yourself restricted, right? Don't do anything that is not allowed. And yeah, go through that restriction and everything should be all right moving forward. Everybody sort of need to go through that anyway. So yeah, That's what I mean. All right. All the best. And the next one is coming from Nimani. So you're saying for prospecting ads, what if sales with purchase objective are very low due to budget constraint? Metapixel would never have enough data to work with. Should you perhaps consider an add to cart or even view item as a sales objective for the prospecting campaign? Yes, you're right. You should consider, because if you have been running, as you see, here's the thing. There are a few metrics to monitor, especially if you have a new e-commerce website. They have not gotten a lot of sales and conversions on your website. It's totally all right to test different optimization, even view content. Yes, you're right, because you don't have the data. So if you go for purchase, Meta may not have enough data about people who might or likely to purchase on your website. So the optimization may be not that optimized, or the CPM might be higher because they do not understand your audience. So you can try. You see, here's what I want to say. Test different objectives to find the best one that works for you, because I have clients who is an e-commerce website get good results when they are doing traffic campaign and optimize for landing page view, because that's where they get the people in at the lowest cost and it converts. But on the other hand, I have a lot of clients as well doing very well optimizing for sales and purchase. So different campaign has got, different website, different business has got different criteria or characteristic. I would say you just have to test. I mean, that's why when it comes to meta advertising, the best way to find out answers is to test them. You see, I like, for example, a lot of people ask me what would be the best CPM to start with, what would be the best cost per result and all that. We have to put to test. That's where we find out. Otherwise, whatever I tell you will be plugging from the air. It's not true. So, right? So yeah, one step at a time, but put to test and and analyze, optimize. That's the only way to get better and better in meta advertising, or you to get your Facebook ads perform better and better for you. So if you need help, just in case, you can scan this QR code, where you can actually have me to review your campaign. So at least have a 7 to 14 days data. That would be the best. Otherwise, that would be, it's meaningless. We don't have enough data to work on. So yeah, run your ads for a week or two and then scan this QR code, book a gig on Fiverr so that we can actually have a discussion. So what we do here is I mainly will analyze the campaign for you, and I'll teach you how to do that yourself, and I will build you a plan. Like what are the few things that you can do, like to take your campaign to the next level. So yeah, let's try that, right? Scan this QR code, and I look forward to work with you. Now, the next one is coming from Kai Ying. So you're saying that your campaign are doing well, and ROAS is about 2.5. Congrats, that's good. So your location is all countries. You notice that people who engage with your ads are from countries with weak buying power. So can you exclude those countries? Should you start another campaign alongside and exclude those countries? You see, whatever you say here are sound possibilities or strategies that you can actually try. You see, what we always try to do here is when we have a performing campaign, we protect it, but you can always do your different spin-off, like new ad sets or new campaign, usually new ad sets, because we want to continue with the same campaign and test different things, new creative and all that. Constant testing is really important over there. Just keep testing. But then again, having said that, like what you say here is you get engagement from countries with weak buying power, but then again, you need to analyze whether you spending a lot on the countries that are not, your ideal customers. So this is really where I would actually try to look into. So another thing I would probably do is, in fact, I don't really recommend grouping all countries within one. Like for example, if you group like the entire America, Northern and Southern America, together, then basically more money will go into those countries with lower CPM, and you may not get results. So I usually try to break my it really depends on your ad spend. Like if I can, I would break into countries, so that I can actually have very specific budget going into different countries. I have full control. To me, it's all about control. Not everybody is like that, but that's for me. So there are many ways to structure your campaign, but I will not be able to give you a very solid recommendation without looking into your data. You see, on the surface, I think I have already given you a few directions that you can try, but the best way for us to draw a plan is to analyze. Okay, so yeah, if you know where to go, right? If you need me to analyze a campaign or we together go through that, scan this QR code, book a 30-minute one-on-one Facebook ads audit. What I'll do is I would analyze your campaign, and I'll teach you how, and I'll build you a plan. So these are the few things that we will do together. Scan this QR code, and I will look forward to work with you. Next, coming from Marie. So Marie is commenting on my video about advertising strategy for online lingerie stores. So I have this T1 and T2 campaign whereby the top of funnel is to use, prospecting images and content and all that to bring the people in. And then we use the retargeting ads to actually kind of tell the story. And this is actually a strategy that we have been using, 80% on the top of funnel, 20% on the retargeting. And we build different messaging, a different structure to make it work. But Mari is saying, it's not for companies with lower than 5,000 web visitors per month. And you're saying that you even go for 10K web visitors. Well, I beg to differ, because to be frank, the number of visitors doesn't dictate the success of your Facebook ads campaign. It doesn't really impact, as well, because Meta now gathers data not just from your website. They know, like for example, if you are selling an online lingerie, if you have an online lingerie store, Facebook have pixel placed in millions of online lingerie stores around the world. So they know who are the people who are likely to purchase. So the categorization, as in like Meta really have enough data about your category in any category that you're in. But the thing here is, I think it really comes back to the strategy that we are building. And of course, finding the best top of funnel, strategy to bring the clients in or the customer in at the lowest cost possible. Of course, we're talking about not just lowest cost, but highly motivated customers to come in as well. And then use the powerful retargeting to really make them convert. So you do not need to have high visitors. If you talk about that, Murray, let's have a discussion. Does it mean that if I do not have 5,000 visitors to my website, I can never be successful? I don't think so. I've got a lot of clients with not a lot of visitors, like maybe 20 to 30 visitors a day, but highly motivated, and they have good sales coming in. So I think that's, just like a lot of people, kind of like a lot of advertisers came to me, they say that, they learned from some online training and all. They say that you need to have at least $100 a day or $500 a day to run ads to see significant result. But in my opinion, if you can't get good result with $10, what makes you think you can actually get good result with $100? That's just my argument. So but based on my experience, the strategy that I talk about, the top of funnel and retargeting, and really build the best strategy for your business, works well for any budget. I've got clients who are spending just $10 a day. They get good results. It's totally possible. So my methodology is always to spend at the level that you are comfortable with, and then we get results, we build a foundation, and we scale one step at a time. That's where I would go. So that's what I do. All right, so run ads and analyze. So basically, if you're watching this video, if you agree, I would say run ads, give it a 7-day to 14 days data, and scan this QR code. Let's have a quick review, analyze the campaign, and I'll teach you how. And let's build a plan on what are the things that we should do next to hopefully take the campaign to the next level. So that's what we do. All right. Scan this QR code, and I look forward to work with you. Now, I think this is the last one we have here. It's coming from Kai Ying. So you say Evergreen sales dropped significantly this week. You ask whether it's because of Black Friday, people are busy shopping on Amazon and has nobody left. Well, here's the thing. Okay, if you see your result being affected by big sales event like Black Friday, because this is the time where a lot of advertisers will come into the market, the CPM is going to come up high for sure. That's for sure. So when Facebook ads is an open auction market, whereby when there are more advertisers in there, the cost is going to come up, the CPM. So when the CPM comes up, you know that with the same amount that you're spending, you're reaching lesser people. But here's the thing. If your business needs to go through this because this is where you make the most buck for your year, do it. But plan it properly. Like some of my clients enter the market early. Okay. But when you enter the market early, you kind of have the advantage of, let Meta understand your product and campaign better because they have been accumulating data. So your spike in CPM may not be that significant. And as your campaign has been well learned when you're entering the, the Black Friday season, everything seems to be more stabilized. That's what we have been observing. So yeah, we try to enter the market earlier, not just on the day itself or 2 days before it's going to be high, you know that. And then after that, on the other hand, if you are a business that do not need to ride the wave, like some of my lead gen clients, what we do is we scale back. It's totally all right to scale back, but let's try not to turn off the campaign, because if you turn off a campaign for more than 7 days, it restart the learning. So yeah, we just reduce the budget to a minimum level, and then we shelter through, because you know that it's going to be stabilized. That's what we do when it comes to e-commerce sales, right? So yeah, basically this is where we make decisions. You see, it's called optimization. We look at the numbers and we try to like make the best decision. And of course we plan ahead. Like for example, a lot of my clients, we know that it's already Black Friday this month. We started planning 2 to 3, even 2 to 3 months ago. So year-end sale, year-end happens every year. It doesn't happen just this year, but we can still plan ahead. So this is where we talk about optimization and all. So if you're running ads, you kind of need help in terms of making decision about what you need, what to do next based on whatever situations that you are facing right now, whether your costs spike because of the, like the Black Friday and stuff, or, your cost per lead kind of like affected and you do not know what to look into and what to do. Scan this QR code. Let's have a 30-minute one-on-one Facebook ads audit and review where I would, analyze your metrics for you and teach you how and build you a plan about what are the steps that you can take, hopefully to stabilize and optimize your campaign. Yeah, so if that's what you want to do, scan this QR code and I look forward to work with you. Okay, now those are the questions. Whew, that's a long one. Now let me go through some of the questions or comments or questions that I'm having here. Let's see. The first one is coming from Salah. So it's saying Facebook ads is so unstable this year compared to 2023. Everything is up by 5x to 8x. That sounds really bad. Well, let's put it this way. I've been running ads on Facebook since 2009 actually. So many years, long enough to see the fluctuation. To be frank, every year is not stable. But it really depends on what you sell. But here's what I think. You see, adaptation is really important because things change all the time, especially when it comes to Meta advertising, Google advertising, Facebook advertising, and all. A lot of things change. So if you are still doing the same thing a year ago, probably I think you have not really adapted enough to, follow whatever that is working right now. So I would not be able to give you an answer based on this, because to me, if it's just this year, I would say no. I mean, every year is not stable, to be frank. So yeah. But then again, here's what I think. Okay, Salah, let's analyze the campaign and see what else we can optimize. It could be the campaign structure that could be quite aged, or it could be the audience targeting, it could be the creative, it could be whatever. Let's analyze it and find out what to do next. What do you think? Scan this QR code. Let's have a quick check together. Okay. Now then, Chiwa is saying what? There is no one that works for all. I mean, yeah, exactly. That's no one strategy that works for all. Or have to test and see what's the best for the particular business. That's correct. Keep testing until you hit the right one. Even when you hit the right one, you gotta always optimize and test new things, because whatever that work may not work in the near future. So I may not have the answer. It could be the behavior shift, the audience change. Like a year ago, I think 6 months ago, like a lot of people came to me and said, "Oh, Jason, I saw huge success with this hook video where you just use somebody else's video to hook in and pull the people in." And you know what? My clients stopped doing all these kind of ads anymore because it gets the wrong people in. It's super junky, to be frank. So yeah, I mean, it only worked for like what, 2 months, 3? That's it. So things change. So yeah, that's what I say. If you've been doing the same thing and expect the same result, I don't think it's gonna work. We probably have to really dive in and find out what to do next. Okay. Yeah, so Chiwa, you're right. You've been, Harold is saying, do you have a course on how to do running ads while doing live selling? No, I'm sorry. I'm not a live selling person, to be frank. I may not be able to really help you. But then again, I have worked with a few, like clients who do live on Facebook, and that's what they do. I mean, live on Facebook, not live on your platforms and all. But then again, do have a simple strategy that can actually help you boost your visitors and viewers when you're doing live. Yeah, and saying, or one-on-one coaching. Well, let's see what we can do. You see, here's the thing. Yes, I do have one-on-one coaching. Please go to my Facebook page or YouTube channel. There will be a link where you can actually click and go to my website. Let's pick one of the, I mean, optimization. Let's go for optimization and fill out the form. Let's book a one-on-one discussion and see whether, we are a good fit to work together. So yeah, start from there. All right. Okay. Now, Salah, here again. Yeah, I think I answered this already. Okay. Yeah, seriously. All right. Thank you. And yep, I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for joining me. And yep, all the best. It's already the last month of the year. Let's have fun and all the best. All right. Have a good weekend. I'll see you next weekend. Good night. Bye.